Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Love has different definition for different people and at different ages of our life. Our today's love story is called Second Monsoon. Ajay Mehra was 56, a quiet man with salt pepper hair, a fondness for old Hindi songs, and a corner seat at his favorite tea stall in Pune. He ran a small bookshop, not for profit, because it gave him something to open and lock each day. His wife had passed away 7 years ago. Their marriage was steady, if not poetic, full of responsibilities, parenting, and shared silence. He missed her, but he had made peace with solitude. Ritika Joshi, a 52-year-old school teacher in Nasik, recently retired. She had been divorced for over a decade. The marriage hadn't been cruel, just hollow. After raising two daughters and teaching generations of students, she had finally shifted to Pune to live closer to her younger daughter. She often sat by her balcony sipping filter coffee, wondering if it was too late to feel anything new. Their paths crossed at a library event, a poetry reading neither of them had planned to attend. It started with an awkward smile over a shared chair, a polite nod at the same Gulzar coat, and a quiet, "Do you like Tagore?" from Ajay that surprised them both. Ritika smiled. "I read him when I need to remember who I used to be." It was a strange sentence. Vulnerable, honest. Ajay didn't reply. He just nodded, and somehow the silence felt full. Over the next few weeks, they began running into each other. At vegetable market, at early morning walks in the park, at the same South Indian cafe, coincidence became familiarity. And familiarity soon became comfort. One day she asked, "Do you always walk this early?" Ajay replied, "No, I just started hoping I would bump into you." She laughed, not like a young girl would, but like a woman who hadn't laughed for herself in a long time. They began meeting regularly, not dates, just company. Reading together in the park, discussing old songs, walking quietly. No declarations, no promise, just two people choosing to be seen again. It was different from their first loves. There was no rush, no drama, no expectations of perfection. Ajay didn't try to impress her, he just remembered her coffee order. Ritika didn't try to change him, she just reminded him to wear his sweater when the mornings got cold. One evening, while watching the rain from his shop's window, he said softly, I I don't know what to call this. We're not young, Ritika. We've seen enough to know how fragile it all is. She looked at him with the kind of steadiness that only years can bring. We don't have to call it anything, Ajay. Just don't disappear on me. He smiled and said, "I won't." Their children were puzzled, curious, and some of them uncomfortable. "But what do you even talk about?" Ritika's elder daughter had asked. "Everything," she replied, "and nothing." It wasn't like love that came with butterflies. It came with peace, with shared silence, with knowing glances and warm tea on lonely evenings. Ajay and Ritika never moved in together, never discussed marriage. They simply made space in their lives and in each other's routine. Some evenings they would sit at the riverside. She would tell him stories of her students. He would recite lines from different poets. Sometimes he would bring her pickles his sister had made. She would bring him sweets from Nasik. It wasn't first love, it was something deeper. It was love with wrinkles, with reading glasses and aching knees and steady hands. It was love that didn't promise forever, but cherished today. Sometimes love doesn't knock in your 20s. Sometimes it arrives in your 50s, gentle, unhurried, and more real than anything before. Because the second monsoon may come later, but it brings a calm the first never could. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Do let us know in the comments what you think about it. Thank you.